Joined now by the new athletic director at USC Upstate, Daniel Feig. Did I get that right? I got it right. Because we turned on the press conference. We got to know how to pronounce these names. That's what we do our research.
We did it.
So
in 40 years, I think you might be the second person to have gotten that right, Tyler. So thank you so much. I appreciate it.
And I
pronounced
it right earlier.
Yes,
I want my credit.
You
oh my gosh,
credit.
you're in.
All right. Yeah.
I'm the name butcherer, though.
Yes.
That's I'm the history of that. Yeah.
It's good stuff. Good stuff. You're brand new athletic director here at USC Upstate. Just the first couple of weeks here on the job. How's it going so far?
It's going great, guys. I tell you, this is actually day 14, so I'm still a little wet behind the ears, learning my way around the office, way around the campus, but it's been fantastic. I tell you, it's a really welcoming community, Spartanburg, upstate area, and obviously the campus has just been fantastic. The leadership there, starting with Dr. Kelly, has been super welcoming, and I tell you, it's an enthusiastic, really high-energy place to be, and there's great days ahead for USC Upstate.
Well, this year is going to be the first time you guys are in the Big South Conference. You guys were previously in the Atlantic Sun. Talk about the excitement of joining the Big South.
Oh, man, we're, as a university and certainly as an athletic department, really excited to be joining. You know, I think this is an opportunity to go and really help our student athletes. You know, in the past in the A-Sun, while it was a great conference, we might leave on a Tuesday with our volleyball team or soccer team and go to New Jersey. And later that weekend, head down to South Florida. And that really made for a tough student-athlete experience. You know, they would miss some classes and just tough travel schedule. Hard to have a great college experience when you're traveling that much. In this conference, as you know, we're now the 4th school in South Carolina. There are 4 in North Carolina and I think 3 in Virginia. And so it's great. I think the furthest drive we have is about a 4.5-hour drive, 4 schools within 1 hour of our campus. So we're really looking forward to both the regional location of the conference, but also the fact that all the universities really kind of are similar in nature in terms of our size, our mission, and kind of what we're going for. So it's a great fit in all senses of the word for USC Upstate.
Well, I know you guys have a new basketball coach this year. You know, basketball, I know when I was there, very exciting. Students always excited to go out and support the team. They were close in the Atlantic Sun,
Sure.
making that NCAA tournament. Florida Gulf Coast was always that tough team. But what are some of your expectations for basketball this season?
Well, I tell you what, I couldn't be more excited to have Dave Dickerson as our new head coach. You know, Dave, if you've gotten a chance to look him up, has a tremendous history and pedigree as a coach. He's worked in many different schools and conferences. He's got experience across the board. And so we couldn't be more blessed and fortunate to have him leading our team. So we have high expectations now. That being said, in year 1 here with Coach Dickerson, obviously, he's coming in, implementing a new system, bringing in some new players. And so we're going to ease our way into the Big South, but we hope to be competing for championships in the next couple years.
Speaking of success, the softball team as well. That's a program that has produced some professional talent. So
that's right.
To talk a little bit about how successful the softball team has been.
Well, that team has been in and out every year. I think ranked in the top 25 a number of times, and winning the conference in the A-Sun or coming in runner-up year after year. And so, Coach Hawkins and his staff have done a phenomenal job. We're looking ahead to the Big South and thinking we should be able to compete for that conference championship in year 1. And that's going to be our goal in all of our sports. Have a couple goals for me as athletic director for our student athletes. Number 1 goal is for them all to graduate. I'm on the on the stage at graduation, so I want every one of our student athletes to walk across that stage and shake my hand with the diploma in one hand, and I want to see that championship ring on the other, right? And it's regardless of sports. So we have 17 sports, and that's a lot of kids that I want competing for conference championships.
Athletic director, yeah, that would help. My mic is on, Tyler.
If you just wait just a second,
yeah.
Let me click.
You
that
might
button.
actually have to do that because we joke around all the time. When we get in interview mode, I don't stop asking questions. There's several times he'll try to jump in there and try,
takes over.
And then I take over.
My seat felt a little hot here.
Yeah,
you're really putting it to me here. But,
well, hopefully this one, as the athletic director, in the next 5 years, what are some of your goals for the athletics at Upstate?
Well, it's a great question. Again, I know as we're coming into this new conference, we want to win, obviously, like I mentioned, on the field, on the court. I want to have everyone to get that opportunity to win a conference championship, go to the NCAA national tournament, regardless of sport. I want to graduate, like I said, and I really want to help and make sure we equip our student athletes with the skills they need to be successful in life, you know, and that's a little bit harder to capture in terms of what that entails. But we want to put together a program and instill a culture around our department so that our student athletes have all the tools and skills they need, no matter what they may face adversity-wise in life. So those are some of the broader-based goals. Obviously, we have more specific goals as we get going here, and I get to know our program. But certainly right now, I'm just kind of in that listening and learning mode, if that makes sense, and really trying to learn the university athletic department and our coaches and student athletes.
One of the things as athletic director you deal with a lot is facilities. What kind of plans do y'all have for maybe some facility upgrades coming up?
You know, that's a great question too, and certainly at this point I have visited all of our facilities, but I've not had an opportunity to get too far deep in terms of what plans we might have for the future. I do know there's been, you know, different discussions on various upgrades at baseball, softball, those kinds of things, and certainly basketball. We're always looking to find ways to enhance our fan experience in particular, and so I know that'll be something I think that we'll really focus on this year. And just having been here now for a few weeks, I know that's something that's important to me is when you come to an Upstate game, regardless of sport, I want you to have a great experience. I want it to be a great day for the family. The kids are going to have a blast. Mom and dad are going to have a blast. And so look for us to make some enhancements to that experience this year for all of our sports.
Well, yeah, the school year is still, you know, about a year away. I know all the students are probably cringing hearing about that, but talk about how excitement that you have when school's back in and you can be around, you know, the students and the faculty and the whole atmosphere, because I going there, it's a great campus. It's a lot of fun. So talk about the excitement for this next year coming up.
I tell you what, I'm like a kid in a candy store, Mitch, in terms of each year. When we come to this time of year, I remember back when I was a student athlete, and you're right, there's so much excitement to come back to campus. Everyone has a clean slate. We're all undefeated, and we all can look forward to that year, and the possibilities and opportunity is boundless. And that's how I feel about our university and our athletic department. So right now, we're looking down the road. Like you said, a month from now, we have men's, women's soccer, volleyball, and cross-country reporting in early August, and we couldn't be more excited to get those student athletes back on campus. I really haven't had a chance to meet many of our student athletes since I've only been here 3 weeks, and like you mentioned, it's summertime. So I really can't wait to get those teams back, go meet with them, and get our season started.
Tell us a little bit about you. Give us some background.
Well, thank you. So I'd like to tell people, guys, I'm a recovering attorney. I practiced law for 6 years and decided better of it. And after doing that, while it was a good time, I decided that I wanted to do something I was really passionate about. I had been a student athlete and had just a fantastic experience in college, and so I decided after 6 years of law practice to hang that up and to delve into this world of collegiate athletics. And so I started at Arkansas State University. Went there for a couple of years, and I went to the University of Alabama. Had a great opportunity, had a great time there, kind of seeing athletics maybe at the biggest stage. Won some national championships in football and other sports, and then went down to Southern Miss and had a really great experience there, kind of honing my craft and having an opportunity to serve here the last 3 years in kind of a chief operating officer capacity, kind of as a number 2 athletic director, to really see what the athletic department was all about from all sides, both internally and externally. And I couldn't be more excited to be here now and serving in this role at USC Upstate.
What about those? What sports teams you pull for?
Professionally,
yeah,
that's a great question. You know, I'm so immersed in my children's lives, their athletic lives. I have 3 boys, 1st, 3rd, and 5th grade this fall, and then certainly working in college athletics. I don't have a tremendous amount of time to delve into professional athletics, but I tell you what, living where I live here, guys, I'm excited to learn more about the Carolina Panthers and get involved with them, and certainly the Bobcats as well.
Yeah. So some interesting stuff going on at USC Upstate. Look forward to having y'all on a lot more, having some of the coaches on. We had Coach Dickerson on a while
That's
back,
right,
and
yep.
he was great. Really good. Really good. We're looking forward to it.
Well, thank you so much. Thanks for having me, guys. And we'd love to come back and have all of our coaches on. And anytime we can be involved, we want to be involved. So thank you so much for having me this morning.
You're welcome here anytime. That's Daniel Feig. I got it right again?
2 for 2.
There you go, Tyler.
Yeah. See, you just got to do your research. See, that's what I like. You give you a pronunciation key when you go to these games so you know what you're doing. It's great.
I need those.
It's fantastic.
I need those big time.
We appreciate it. Hey, come back anytime. Anything we can do for you, just let us know.
Thanks, guys.
Daniel Feig,
Appreciate
the
it.
new athletic director at USC Upstate. We'll take a break. We come back right back here on Bump and Run on Fox Sports 1400, 98.3 FM.